guys. Ooh, let me get some specs off the screen. Oof. A clean screen is a happy screen. Of course, I'm a little bit nutty. Okay. Oh. Okay. Just to be nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, isn't it pretty pink? Yeah. I just wish it had gone consistently everywhere instead of going here, skip a few spaces, then here, skip a lot of spaces, and then there. I would like to put it all off because I was going to do like highlights and stuff. I'm pretty good at that, believe it or not. Actually, I did a couple of blue versions of this, and it looked like a peacock's tail. And believe it or not, people said that was a good thing. And I had people actually asking me, "Can we touch your hair?" I said, "Why?" They said, "No, we want to make sure it's real." I said, "Considering where we are, do you think they would have let me come in with fake hair?" And where I was, I will not let you know. But it's just one of those places. Okay, today, I guess it was sort of a good day. I'm still kind of a little hyped up on the meds they gave me for the pain, and I'm trying to keep it stretched out because technically you can take them every 8 hours, and I'm only taking 2 a day, one in the morning, one at night. That way I'm really stretching them because I don't know when the next time I'll have any. And I know that sounds bad, but this is mainly due to the pain that I'm going through. But according to the doctor I saw at Lafayette General, this looks like IBS. Oh, and by the way, that cop that was supposed to show up yesterday never did. So that sounds a little hinky. And again, today I forgot to call Apple to change my number. I'm going to because something's going on with that. I just haven't felt good at all today. There's been little intervals between meds and everything. Each dose that I had a little bit of pain like I'm having right now. I'm waiting for it to kick in. It works well enough, especially when you haven't had something in a long time. And because I have a tendency to build up resistance to certain drugs, antibiotics almost all the time. They have to keep giving me stuff that's stronger and stronger and stronger. And that has really bad side effects. Nausea, vomiting, I mean, even rashes. You could develop allergies to the drugs after being on them for years and years. Like Augmentin. I was on that for years. And it's something about it aggravated my stomach. I had to call my aunt, who she's married to my Uncle Clyde. And thank God for her, or I would have been in real trouble. They were in Florida, my mom. And like an idiot, I thought, oh, I'll be fine. I popped my Augmentin, and 10 minutes later, screaming. The pain was so bad. I was squirming. It's like somebody trying to stuff a porcupine up your ass. That bad. Well, I called over at my doctor's office, and technically she's my hematologist. Well, she was at that time. She's retired. And she had mercy on me. Thank God for that woman. I really do love her. She did great things for me, and I'm always gonna love her for what she did. And she went ahead and prescribed something. It's an antispasmodic for the stomach. It's the first time I've ever been on something like that before. And I called my Aunt Melanie because I knew there was no way I was going to be able to get the drug myself because, believe it or not, at 40 years old, I've never learned how to drive. And the explanation for that is even a longer story. But my Aunt Melanie, she went down to Ruby Shows, which is, by the way, in St. Martinville on Bridge Street, and one of the best pharmacies you'll ever go to. These people learn to know you on a real personal basis. And the married couple that run this place, Nancy and RJ Rory show are awesome because I have known them for over 35 years. They have known me since I was itty bitty. And of course, they know me pretty well because there used to be a chain of drugstores in St. Martinville called Eckerd's, and he was a pharmacist there. And being as sickly as I was, you better believe I was in there nonstop. And so was Billy and Jamie. Oh, let's see, where was I? She went down to Ruby shows and got the medicine for me. And I felt so bad because I didn't even know if it cost anything. And I was like, Melanie, whatever it costs, just let me know. Okay, I'll pay you back. And she was like, nah. She wasn't taking it. She could see how bad I was. I was all pale. I was sweating. Oh, Lord, I couldn't even get any water out of the can because I couldn't walk. Man, you have to be careful with these kinds of meds. And Augmentin is severely strong. And, I mean, the only other time I had a reaction, even remotely sort of that, was when they tried Rocephlin on me. Now, I don't know about y'all, but, I mean, I've gone to the emergency room, fast track, and everything, and being sick. And usually bronchitis or pneumonia, something like that. And they've given me a Rocephlin shot. And I've lost count of how many times they did that. Well, this one time they were doing it, I had already been admitted to the hospital. I can't even remember. I think it was a staph infection this time because I had it in my thigh. Oh, but that hurts. But, yeah, they gave me the shot. And next thing I know, these little, like, pinprick thingies started popping, almost like goosebumps, but not. They were red, red, red. And it looked like thick alligator skin. You know how people get when they try that drug, crocodile? That's what it looked like almost. And it was freaky. They finally did get an IV on me that day, but you see how bad this is? Well, picture this a little bit more compact. About right here, too. Right here. And that happened with the Tegaderm. You combine the nasty little allergic rash with the Tegaderm, which is very, very strong to get off. It's like a second skin. That's why they call it second skin. And it tore my skin. I never took Rocephlin again. But I have to be careful because of stuff like that. And when it comes to pain drugs, well, I've been on Narcos so many times. And that's not because I like it. I never did like it. I mean, you know, the sensation can be kind of okay. I'm not going to be the first one to admit that. I can understand how it becomes addictive. But, you know, it's not worth your life and your goals and stuff. But it's not as strong for me as it was back then. I've fractured a finger. I've sprung 2 ankles, and I have broken 1 ankle. I have hurt myself quite a few times, including a massive staph infection in one of my toes, and that hurt. I've also broken a toe before. Oof. When I think about it, it still makes me kind of go, yeah. What I did was that, for a long, long while, me and my mom really argued a lot. Things are better now, actually. And, let me see if she got home yet. No, nobody's. But, I was mad at her and stuff. And she gave me a piece of paper. I can't remember what it was for. But all I remember is trying to kick that stupid bench that my dad bought for her. Because, chairs seem to vamoose in my mom's house. I don't know if it's the material that they pick out for their tables or whatever. The tables usually are fine. The chairs are what usually go. And so my dad we already had one bench that he made himself. My dad's real handy. And the other one's, you know, different varnish, but, you know, it works. So it made things a little easier for a family of 10. And I kicked that newer bench. Ooh, I cried. And one of the toes was turned in a very bad way. So I went to sit down, and next thing I know, when I turned it, I heard, what? And I was like, oh no, 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 no. And I really started to cry. And I managed to get Billy to take me to the ER again. And Dr. Gaspar, who, by the way, one of the few decent doctors in Lourdes, he's like, hey, Pinky, what you doing? And of course, I wasn't even pink at the time. You see, he never forgot that the last time he saw me, that was with pink hair. I guess I stood out in his mind. And I told him, well, I think I broke my toe. And he said, well, okay, we don't have to do something about that. And he starts pulling on my toes. He said, does this one hurt? No. Does this one hurt? No. And then he goes, ow! He said, I guess that's the one, huh? I said, yeah, I guess it is. Why do doctors do that? Let me point it out to you. Don't make the pain worse. They ended up giving me 2 shots. I don't remember of what at the time. This is the reason why I don't take drugs or drink. Because it takes about this much to make me that drunk. Well, I'm drunk. I'd say drunk for drugs, or you know, a little loopy. But I am massively sensitive to that stuff, and I kind of understand my uncle now. I was worried about him yesterday. I don't know what happened, but yeah, he's after while he was working at a certain place a while ago. Let's see, it was about 90 or 91, so about 30 years ago. And he got hurt, and he got addicted to pain meds. And because he was inebriated, at least that's what I've been told. I don't want to open up that wound with my parents or anything. There was a boating accident, and my little cousin, my mom's nephew, got put in the water. And this is around October or November, which is like ice cold around here. It was a really cold October too, so it was a little bit worse than usual. And I don't know what he had taken, but his decision making skills were not good that day. My little cousin eventually died from hypothermia. God bless you, dude. I hope you're doing well in heaven. We've all had to deal with death, and you know how it is. But that's another reason I don't want to get caught up in something like that. And it worries me because regular, normal people get hooked by this stuff. And I'm like, if that can happen to them, what could happen to me? And I guess that's what keeps me straight. I've smoked cigarettes. I've done that. I had a friend who was big time in it, and she knows who she is. And we got into trouble together. We did. I don't like lying to my mom. I really don't. It just makes me feel bad. And I think she can always see it in my eyes. What you did, Jenny? And I tell her, and I'm like, She said it would have been way less bad if you just told me the truth up front. Because teenagers try this stuff. It's normal. I think she was just happy knowing that I hadn't tried sex yet. And everyone I've talked to, I had a friend who was big and pregnant. And she's like, well, we talked about it, this and that, me and my long distance boyfriend at the time. And that girl grabbed me by the arm and said, look, I'm not kidding you. I know I'm younger than you, But look at all the children that I have, honey. Sex is addictive. Unless you are in a good place with him, he's committed to you, don't start that. And she made a lot of sense. And when I thought about it for a while, because he talked about marriage, and I always believed like that people who are supposed to get married have this really good connection, and the love is intense and just there. You can feel it. It's tangible. And honestly, I didn't feel that with him. I felt like he was one of my best friends, though. I did. I know how bad it hurt him when his parents died, and how he dealt with it when the woman who brought us together died. His grandmother, her grandmother, his grandmother and my grandmother were best friends for years. And that was hard. But, things go. But, like I say, I plan on staying straight as an arrow. Now, if someone leads me astray, I know I can count on my father and all my brothers to come to avenge me. Let's say my brother, Paul. He's a sweet dude. I know I don't talk about him much because he's not around that much. I haven't seen him in a long time. And one of these days, I'm going to drag his ass by his ear so he can come back home and at least talk to Mama. She's in a bad spot. She needs to be around people who love her. And I know he loves her. I know he loves Daddy. I know it's me. I know he loves Billy because we were there from the start. And he's got the most beautiful children. Funny too. Just the most colorful characters I've ever met. And I have to see these children again because I enjoyed being around them so much. And his wife, Sandy, well, that's one I must have been separated from at birth or something. You know what I mean? You ever meet somebody and go, wow, we think along the same lines. And she's funny and she's sassy. I just wish they lived closer. I know Daddy, he probably could help him get work if they would. Just being able to see them, every day would be nice. I'm tired of our families being so far apart from each other. I know Daddy's used to it and everything because they kind of scattered all over. His family life was not very good. But I'd like to see everybody back here. Like my Uncle Michael and Uncle Al's children, their ex-wives. That way I can, learn their names again. They were a couple. And maybe Helen could sing. I don't get to go out and do much anymore because I'm always sick. But that would make me so happy. I guess a lot of the reasons that I'm thinking about these things is because I'm very scared. I have been sick so many times this year. It's got me worried. When I read up on my medical condition, a lot of the literature said that people over the age of 15 and diagnosis didn't usually survive past 35 years old. And now I see all these incidents, they keep happening. I don't know what to expect. how they want to do surgery, get my spleen up. I mean, I don't have to tell you that I'm terrified. I want to see my dad's family all together at least once, in case it's the last time. Family is everything. And you don't know when you're gonna lose it. Yeah, damn it, I told myself I wasn't gonna get all mushy. But it's true. I'm really scared. It's really hard seeing your life as a time limit. Things are happening that I don't understand, and I don't mean to gross anybody out, but yeah, my period stopped. It's been almost a year. I know I'm not pregnant, so I know something's wrong. I'm having bad dreams. The other day I had a dream that my Uncle Jim was gonna die. What to do. Try talking to my counselors and saying, just take your anti-anxiety medicine, do your deep breathing exercises. You got to stop thinking that way. I had 5 transfusions this year. And you know what they told me about 10 years ago about this same subject? They said that I never could get one because chances are it would kill me. Something about the antibodies. No idea I'd be this messed up over this. Trying to find new doctors, mainly because the ones that I have can't handle somebody like me. Not behavior-wise, but condition. It's a hard disease to manage. It really is. I have scars everywhere. With the just make me laugh when I'm crying. You can't hear this, but I can. My little brother Justin is outside on his own stoop, which is maybe a yard away from me, and he's talking to his baby kittens. That goof always makes me laugh. And, okay, another bit of advice I'll give anyone that might be watching. Hold your family tight. Things happen. I did not expect to come home on the 1st from Lafayette to find them taking my brother's body out in one of those big black bags, where my mom would be screaming and my father just standing somewhere because he couldn't take it. None of us could. So cherish your family. I lost my brother, my baby brother. And you have no idea how many regrets I have about him. And my grandma. I would have liked to have at least 10-15 minutes with her where she was completely lucid, so we could have one of our talks again. You have no idea how much I love that old lady. Such a colorful person. I felt safe with her. And boy, I felt loved. She was always telling me, you know you're my favorite, right? You're my only girl. What they telling me was. And then that, I will never forget waking up in the hospital and getting the start of my life because I didn't have my glasses on. And all I could see was this blur of like auburn hair and like a lime green thing around her shoulders. And I put my glasses on. I'm like, Mente? And she said, yep, I'm here. And she asked me, okay, if you have one wish, what you want? And I said, I would want another one of your blankets to keep me warm at night. Because I loved her blankets. I loved the little Afghan she made. She's a lot like my mom was. Oh God, she was so sweet. Hard to believe we're still a little kid from that line. Because usually you don't get onions from peppers. I loved all three of them very much. I don't know who's watching this or what you think of me, whatever, but everything I say on here is, in my opinion, brutally honest. And I think that's how, the only way I can't be, because I don't think anyone else would believe what I have to say unless I said it in that way. Because that's just who I am. I'll be honest with you if you be honest with me. And you don't have to be mean to anybody to be honest. And I always, some people would have taken that up when we were in high school. I don't know. Oh yeah, brave thank you to one person in particular. I know I bring the past up a lot, but when I thought about it, there was at least one male in those classes that never gave me any real trouble. And hell, he even listened to me when I was upset once. Made me feel better. John Funk. I know. He sounds like somebody who was born during a disco, huh? But, yeah, he was actually decent to me. And it's surprising for me. Even if he did it when I wasn't looking, I'm grateful for that. I didn't have to listen to it. But yeah, he gave me some peace. I didn't have to listen to it from anyone around him. I had a little issue with his female companion of choice. But him, no, never did. I remember going into the office crying. And he just talked to me. And the way he talks to you kind of like takes you down a notch if you're upset. So he seems like a pretty decent person. I hope he stayed that way. I really do. And I saw a picture of him. I'm guessing that's his daughter's I hope anyway. Whoever they are, they're beautiful. And I always figured those two would have really nice looking kids. Mm. So, it's about half an hour. So, I'm going to adios. I have things to do and a trip to plan for. We'll be gone in 3 weeks. One needs the vacation.